Just been hanging around the shop waiting for phone calls to come in. And it's boring as shit. Ugh. What's going on, print fam? I'm back. I know you missed me. Welcome to the print life. Control the credits. It's Tuesday, and I told you guys I would be doing a Monday vlog, but here's the thing. Shot a vlog all day yesterday, went to the editing room, had a gigantic smear of white ink right down the tip of my nose. And normally I'd let it go, but it was in every scene. I didn't catch it till basically the end of the day. And you know, I'll put a lot of things out there. I am not putting that out there. The first thing that I want to talk about is the changes that have been made to the shop. And what happened was I explained it to the camera last week in one of the vlogs, and then I never edited it, never uploaded it. But when I explained it, it was in the heat of what was happening, so I'm going to edit that together and play it right now, and hopefully it explains kind of where I'm at mentally. So here it goes. If you saw, I don't know how many weeks ago, maybe it was a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned the importance of knowing your numbers and keeping track of them in any business, not just the screen printing industry, but in any business in general. I just recently learned how to do it properly, and since I knew how to do it properly, there was a disconnect between when I figured out what I was doing and then having everything cycle over and catch back up with itself, and then doing a few months with the accrual-based accounting system to actually have a clear picture of where we were currently. Not where we have been, but just where we were the past couple of months. Wasn't good. So first off, I got to start off by saying I thought we were doing just fine. And you know, I knew that we weren't hugely profitable intentionally. We were trying to keep our prices low just to get all the work, which we were getting fucking tons of it. But no matter how much work we got, it wasn't keeping up. Like, the numbers weren't adding up. The more work we got, the more it costed in labor to do the work, and it actually ended up, the more work we got, the more we were losing. I just learned after doing the final analysis of this last month. It's a problem. Super glad didn't move into the space. Super duper glad didn't buy the equipment yet. We lost like $2,000 last month. We were negative $2,000, which hasn't, as far as I know, happened in a long time. But needless to say, I crapped my pants. And because of this situation, I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to step back out into the shop for a little while and just start doing some management, some overseeing, making sure that things are going as efficiently as they possibly can, because I've loosened up on the reins in that aspect a little bit, and I'm just going to get back out there and tighten things back up, which means it's going to be a little more difficult to do the daily vlogs. So what I'm committed to now is once a week with a tutorial upload, and of course the live thing every Wednesday. So that's what I'm going to be shooting for now. A vlog, the live feed on Wednesdays, and then I'm going to still shoot for a tutorial a week. Need you guys in support of the print life to continue to push this and share this with as many people as you can, because I need this channel to grow to be worth a shit. You know, it's not detrimental. We're not going down. We're not going under. It's just that we had such a loss. And I'm concerned that maybe we were losing even when I thought we were doing well, because for so long I was just running off of our account balance. But now I'm having to learn a hard lesson. So if you could take anything from this, this is what I would say. Stop whatever the fuck you're doing. Sign up with QuickBooks. Learn how to input bills for the coming 30 days so that you basically, the first of the month, you want to start out in a deficit. You want to start out subtracting the cost of your rent, the cost of your electricity, the cost of your cable bill, deduct the cost of your payroll before you even start based on what you estimate it'll be. The closer you can get to what it's going to cost you to run for that month, the better off you're going to be financially, because you'll have a clear snapshot of where you need to be. Alright, hopefully that explained kind of where I was last week. And here's what's happening this week. The first thing to keep in mind is that we're fine. We're in the middle of our slow season, so everything's fine. Last week I was really like freaked out about the whole scenario, but you know, after a little bit of time goes on, you're like, all right, this happens almost every year, so it's cool. But what has essentially happened is I have stepped back into running the shop, answering the phones, replying to the emails, and we have Alex and Jesse are just printing solely when we need it. So they're not on full-time, they're part-time at the moment. And to be honest, it feels a little bit like a step backwards, but you know, I kind of feel like a dumbass. Let me think. One, because during the whole period of this vlog, I've been like, oh, I know what I'm doing. Oh, you gotta own your shop instead of working in your shop, right? And all this shit. And so, taking this initiative to go back into running the shop instead of owning it is like a little bit. It's a hit on the pride, and I know that it's the right move. Or I ran with a shop manager that wasn't me for an entire year, and we could not pull a profit no matter what we did. I think there's a couple of reasons. One, our production just takes too long. At some point I'm gonna have to automate, there's just no question about it. So right now, without a shadow of a doubt, I have to acquire a good contract printer that can do our overflow until the time comes that we can actually automate. So this is something that's gonna have to happen. There's a lot of shit going on. I can't even get into all of it because I could sit here and talk for an hour about what's going on and where we need to go. But we've scaled back, and I'm back to running the shop. So all that shit I was preaching earlier about owning it, not running it, it was all bullshit. Just a load of crap that I was spitting, that I thought I was on track. One more tidbit. The reason it took me so long to figure out that we were in trouble, as I've explained this earlier, is I wasn't keeping track of my numbers. Over the course of the past couple months, I've been doing a much better job at that, and that is when I was cued into what kind of scenario we were in. So there were months we were losing, and there's months that we were making it, but it was all just evening out, and ultimately we are not profitable currently. Part of that was because of the salary that was paid to Alex, no fault of his own, but having a salaried employee is an extremely difficult scenario when you have slow times. It's fine when the money is rolling in, but when things slow down, that is when that salaried employee, it all falls apart. Or at least it did for me. Maybe it's different for you guys. But because we had a slow couple of months, we had to then, the profitable months had to go into paying for our slow months, and we ended up in a negative kind of situation where we're in the red, and now I have to dig my way out of it. And you dig your way out of it by going back to work. And here's another thing. I had an epiphany last night while binge watching Game of Thrones, starting at 9 until like 4 a.m. My delusions are slowly fading away, and I'm getting a grasp of my reality. And here's the reality from my perspective at the moment. My perspective changes all the time. You want to make a living, you're gonna have to work. For me, I guess the American dream is having passive income where you don't work and the income comes in. You want to make money, you're gonna have to work. That's just the way it is. This notion of passive income, I think, is a pipe dream. And now I've got a real grasp on that, and I understand what it means. Nothing's free. You gotta put something in. So I think the way that it worked for me is I put so much of my time in that I was able to take a very long vacation from the business. But that's because I worked so hard for so long. Now I took my vacations over. Gotta get back to it. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. That's the reality of it. Right now I am. One, two, and then we have one more screen out there drying. It is a 3-color halftone with a spot overprint. It's for the Great Gatsby. Should be cool. That's what I'm setting up right now. We have a bunch of jobs that came in, so the guys will probably be here tomorrow and for the rest of the week printing so that we can get that stuff done and sent out. See what I'm saying? From years of doing this. even just starting. It's like I gotta warm up. What I haven't done yet, which I need to keep a very close eye on, is check the books for the day. Hi, Ems, what a good boy. New drink. I got, let me think here, I need 4 gallons of Supra. This is All-Star Batman, Volume 1. So this is the series of books in the first volume. I guess there's about 4, so I'm getting started on it. I'm stoked. Had to order some more gold ink because the ink, I chucked it already. The I don't know, the Wilflex gold shimmer that we had was, I don't understand what's happening to our ink. It's not that hot in here, but some of the batches will be like, I mean, almost cured, like half cured. I don't know what it is, man, but some of the inks are just so hard. But anyway, I had to order some more. Just hanging out waiting for the phone to ring. So I'm gonna end this on a good note. We'll see you guys tomorrow around 7 for the live thing. Take care of yourselves, Print Fam. Peace out.